guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today's video is a Walmart video, plus everything's under $10. I'm so excited to share these items with you. I feel like I hit jackpot. A lot of these I'm just gonna be saving and moving over to the farm. I feel like I've been on the hunt for all the best finds. There are gonna be like two things that are like $10 and some change, but everything else is literally under $10. I have home decor, I have organizers, I have a little bit of fashion, maybe some kitchen, all the things. So if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and let's jump straight into today's video. Okay, we're gonna start off with the most expensive piece in today's video, and I love saying it's only $10.97. I get it's almost 11, but like I said, it's the most expensive item in today's video, and it's this very cute, beautiful lamp. I feel like I say a lot to go oversized, and I like wouldn't put these next to your nightstand. But if you're needing a nightlight like underneath cabinets, like in a kitchen or in a corner, I don't know, you know those cozy little spaces some houses have, this is a really good one. Like I said, this is not a nightstand table unless you're in a very, very, very small space, but like in a kitchen, in a nook, in a corner, on a bookshelf, these are just beautiful. I loved the style. This does still have the clear wrap on it, that's why it's shiny, but I loved that it was a little bit organic and new. I love the touch of gold on here. It's just gonna make any space look so pretty. And I love when you just have those little bit of lights on, you know, in the evening when you turn off the main lights, but you just turn on lamps and like under cabinet lights. This is gonna be another decor piece we're gonna talk about is this vase. I'm a sucker for vases, you guys know it. And there's something about the glass that has this like turquoise tint to it. I do not love color. There's not color in my house, but there is something about this. The very first color I really decorated with in our very first home off YouTube was this like Tiffany blue color. I had curtains, I had pillows. It was gorgeous for like the girl that loved color, but I think that's why I'm drawn to this. It's just a really, really pretty. It looks very natural. It's just a good pop if you have a neutral home without it being too much. This one is only $7.38. It's good with flowers in it. It's good empty. It's good on a desk if you want to keep like your scissors and pins and stuff. Like definitely think outside the box. You can use it so many different ways, but another way you can use it is with Greenery. So this is actually $3.14. Now I will say it was a tad long, so I clipped off one little small part here, but look at it in this. Look at this duo. This is about $10 here. It's two pieces and it's under $11. Look at that. Look how cute that looks. I will say I bought all this and crammed it in a closet, so it's been in a bag smashed. Yours would probably look a little nicer. I need to tweak it a little bit, but this is one of those pieces like I can't rearrange flowers. You know the girls that can like make bouquets, like they go to Trader Joe's and pick up bouquets or flowers and make stuff. I cannot do that. So when it comes like this already done and I just have to like cut it and stick it in, it's the way to go. So I'm gonna link this Greenery as well. Since we're on the topic of Greenery, I want to stick with it. I love this. It's really good in the springtime. It's good in the summer. I feel like even a little fallish just because there's not a lot of, you know, it's not like bright pink flowers or something. So if you wanted to keep it longer, you could. So it is just like one. I have three. So here's one right here. $3.14. So even if you get three, you're still under $10. And I love putting stuff like this in containers that I get from Walmart. So I have planters that I already bought from them. I've had them 2 or 3 plus years. All I do is plop this down in it and it's so pretty. I will say when you get them, they're a little smashed. So if you'll just take some time and just pull them out a little bit, it makes them fuller and bigger so you don't need as many. But for $3.14, even if you need like 5 of them, I feel like it's just such a great deal and it looks so pretty. One disclaimer, it does get a little white, so you don't want it where kids are gonna touch it all the time, keep it up. But once it's in there, it doesn't do much. You can also take hairspray and just hairspray it so it kind of like locks it. Just so you guys know, this all looks so high end in my opinion, and that's Walmart, 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 Home Goods. So it does not take a lot to make things look nice. I'm definitely a sucker when it comes to Greenery, and I'm trying to always find you guys good finds because it can be so expensive. Even Hobby Lobby, half off, it's good, it's beautiful, it'll last you a long time, but like I've been guilty of going to Pottery Barn and buying a stem, and I'm telling you, I've paid $90 for a stem before and I still don't really regret it. But if I can find a much better deal, I want to. And finding long stems like Pottery Barns are the hard ones to find on a good deal because they're so expensive because they're so big. Well, Walmart did it, and get ready, I'm about to knock your socks off. This is $5.49. I want to make sure I was right. Look at this stem. Look how big it is. No matter how big your vase is, this is probably going to be too big. All you have to do is fold it like this, stick it in there. So then if you want to use it in a longer one later, you can unbend it. I love this. Don't ever cut it unless you have to. I cut it in the last one because it was clear and just small, but these big ones keep long. But look how pretty that is. Like, I'm a sucker for one. You don't even need two. You can do two. I grabbed two just in case I needed it or it was gonna sell out. But just one simple one in a big, beautiful vase, you know, kind of with a tighter top. I just think it's so pretty. I think it looks so nice in my neutral home. I feel like it pops, but literally this whole thing is only $5.49. Now we're gonna talk about the second most expensive item, and it's $10.62. After this, we're all in like the 9s and under. But once again, this is one that's worth it. Look at this artwork. I know it's a little bit smaller, but this is like that lamp. And please pair this with the lamp. I feel like this would look so good in a corner with the lamp lid up. But I feel like this is just gorgeous. It has a beautiful texture to it. You can tell it's a canvas, but it's framed, and it's framed with a beautiful frame. I love the gold on it. It's not a cheap, like cheesy gold. The details on this is a beautiful, so you can lean this, or also has a spot where you can hang it, and it's just the one. So you just need one nail. I don't like when they put it on the sides. It's so hard to get even. So this one's super easy, but lean it against like a corner cabinet, put it on a bookshelf. I don't know, put it on a nightstand and a bookcase. I feel like you can use this so many different places, and it is just gorgeous. And like I said, is $10.62. Keep in mind when you're decorating, don't just search like home decor, think outside the box. So I love to run into different departments, and one of the places I always like to go is the bathroom section, because they get the best trays, and you can use these trays anywhere. You can use them in your bathroom, in your kitchens, on your nightstands, whatever it is. I loved this black one. I own a lot of white ones, but I'm pulling more moody tones in the farm we bought because we painted the outside. But this one was so pretty. It's like a stone look. If you look up close, there's just so many details. It's a good size. You can put a candle on this and leave your jewelry. I talk about this like on your nightstand. You can put like your watch on it and then a drink so it doesn't mess up like if you have wood nightstands, soap dispensers, whatever. I feel like these can just be moved around your entire house, and this one was $9.97. Hi, my name is Ashley, and I have a blanket hoarding issue. If you guys watched my last declutter video, I got rid of a ton, which means if I buy one, it's okay. And a lot of them I didn't get rid of. I got them for the house, but I did get rid of some. Wasn't it like 3 or 4? Do you guys remember? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why this is a good blanket. So this is either a good gift. This is good if you're on vacation and you just wanna sleep with a blanket. Like even when I go to Destin, if we're flying and I'm not driving and I can't like pack a blanket, I literally go into Walmart and buy a blanket to sleep with, because I keep blankets on my face when I sleep, and I never want to use like the Airbnbs or the hotels, and so I buy one. This is the perfect for that, or it's just a high-end looking blanket for your house. So this one's $9.82. They had all different colors. The texture on this is so pretty. The other reason I really, really love this is I'm also one of those, I don't care how hot it is outside, I want a blanket on me. If I'm sitting down, if I'm editing, if I'm watching TV, I just want the cozy blanket. I want my legs covered. I don't know, it's just so relaxing to me. This is like the perfect summer blanket. Maybe you go outside a lot in the evenings and there's bugs. Like I rotate blankets when we watch like 4th of July fireworks. I just like my legs covered. I don't like bugs touching me, or even if we're sitting out by the pool. It's a thin one, but it's super nice looking. This is also a really good style that's good for like decorating, like coming out of baskets. You know, sometimes they get too thick and they don't fit in the basket, or they're like too thick coming out. This is one of those lightweight ones that it's soft enough to use and sleep with, but if you're gonna decorate with it, it's thin enough that it's not gonna like mess up the design and be like too chunky, you know what I mean? So I feel like all around under $10, it's a no-brainer. Moving on, I'm about to blow your mind. Like I could not believe I found these at Walmart, on Walmart. I don't care if you're ordering, I'm gonna have all the links down below. Side note, if you place like a pickup order or drive up order, if you're gonna have it delivered, it helps me out versus you like walking in the store. So you can use my links, go for it. If not, I totally get it. Go into Walmart and enjoy it. But if you can, I'm gonna have all the links down below in the description box. But what I was saying is these candles, when I found them, I was like, oh my gosh. So let's talk about these first, because they're a matching set right here, but you can pair all of these together. When you add a texture to anything, it gets better. Like if you hear me talk about blankets or pillows, I don't care what it is, like I love texture, I love fluting. If I could redo my whole house right now, I totally would. But adding it in is another way to go. These are gorgeous. They look so high end. If you're needing a good like housewarming gift or wedding gift or teacher gift that's coming, I don't know who doesn't love a good candle. In my opinion, I really wouldn't burn these. These would be decorative. You can burn them because they're so inexpensive, but if you just want to decorate with them like next to a sink or on a bookshelf, these are gorgeous. So this one's a $5.83 and this one's $4.83. So we're even, I know we're over the $10 for two, but for individually, they're under that. I think they're gorgeous. I love the color, but I love the design so much. But wait, there's more. They have two other options. I'm a sucker for anything that has these like dots or balls, whatever you want to call them. I'm a sucker. Fluting and these, if you notice when I'm buying things, I'm just like drawn to them. Once again, like on a coffee table, like on a mirror on a coffee table, on a book on a coffee table, on a bookshelf, in a bathroom, nightstand, like it's a candle. You can use it anywhere. Look at the texture on this. To me, this is giving fall vibes because it looks like a sweater. Looks like a knit sweater. I don't know. They're so dreamy. They're all the exact same color. All of them are $5.83 except this one, which is $4.83, but look at that. Like I love the color. And if you put all of these on a tray somewhere, it's gorgeous. Okay, I want to take a small decor break and talk about a quick fashion. So I talk about this every time I'm talking about Walmart. They have amazing jewelry. So like I love their earrings. I'll link these. They're like a hoop with a pearl in it. So classy. They like have weight to them, but like I don't feel them in my ear. So they don't feel cheap, like lightweight, cheap, but they also don't bother me. The necklace is Walmart. My top is not Walmart, but I love it and I talk about it all the time. It's Amazon, so I'm gonna go and link it for you. I'm in the medium. It comes in so many different colors, so I'll link that. But another thing I grabbed from them, because I feel like they're trending, I'm not going to wear them like the way they're trending, but I feel like they're still good to have. So everyone's into these like boxer short looks right here. They have them. They're literally $7.98. Really cute designs and patterns. A lot of people are wearing these out as shorts, and by all means, if you can pull it off, do it. Am I going to? No. I'm gonna put this on with a t-shirt and sleep in them. But they're also really cute. Maybe you're taking a vacation, maybe it's vacation with friends, or your kids are gonna have friends. You could wear this with a really cute like white tee or tank top, especially if you're going to the beach. And then if you go walk around or have your cup of coffee, I feel like they can be. I'm just not young like that. But they are super cute and I will have them to like wear around my house on comfy days. Okay, I was done filming and I was trying on these shorts so I could label what size to get. I will say these are the small. I tried on the medium. They both work. Like I can wear the small or medium. I told you guys I wouldn't wear them out, but now that I have them on, I'm like, okay, you can style them. Just, I would style them like leggings. I'd wear it with like a bigger tunic, especially that covers the back, because I feel like they're sleep shorts. So they're see-through, like right there. You can see the pocket line. Now that is because these are lighter ones. The blue ones weren't as see-through, but if you want to pull up the look, you want to feel trendy, and you want to be super comfortable because they are, I would just style them with like an oversized tee. I could link this one. This one's Amazon. I love it. But you know, especially if we're around the house, it's super cute. Or if you're just running to the grocery store, I think we can do it. Okay, I wanted to throw the blue on just so you can see with coloring and the size. So this is the medium. I think I prefer the small, especially if you're gonna wear them as shorts, then they don't look like as baggy. But if I'm gonna sleep in them, the medium's kind of nice. But either one I can wear. Like I'm gonna keep both of them. I'm gonna keep these in the mediums, the other one's in the small. But this with like a white top, you can definitely pull it off, especially like beach trip or something. I was like, oh no, not wearing these out of the house, but it is nice. And they do have pockets, which is super nice. Okay, but let's go back to home decor. And this is perfect segue because I'm gonna show a basket and then we're gonna get into some organizers, and I found some good ones. So I'm a sucker for baskets. I'm a sucker for like all things home decor, I've noticed. It used to be blankets, and then I've noticed it's like vases, and then it's lamps, baskets, I don't know. It just keeps going. I just love shopping for home decor. I would take that over fashion any single day of the week. So this basket is actually $6.54. Look at this. Talk about the perfect thing to buy to keep in your gift wrapping closet. Sometimes I hate just buying sacks that are gonna get thrown away. I like to put it in a basket so that's part of the gift and they can use it to organize. If I'm doing a baby gift, I put it in a basket. If I'm doing any type of shower gift like wedding, I put it in a basket because then they can keep using it versus just trashing a gift sack, especially when you can find affordable ones. This one's under $7. And if you have like a budget, like a $50 budget, $25 budget, just put the basket into the budget and I'm telling you, they're gonna love it so much. So I have this. It's under $7. You can use this underneath sinks and cabinets. You can put this in a corner just with random like dog toys in it or kids toys in it. A teacher gift would be amazing. Throw that cheap blanket in here, a candle, whatever. I feel like these can be used so many different ways. I also love the color. Sometimes they're too dark or too light because you don't know what the person's style is. I feel like this is like a perfect medium balance, but look at that. It's even a really good size as well. Did I find the best organization pieces at Walmart? I did, and it's not even clear home edit. It's different stuff, so stay tuned. So they have this whole line and it's like a jute look, but it's plastic. So if you have a kid space or you're gonna do pool toys or in the bathroom and you're worried about things like getting messy, you can totally scrub these out. It came in so many different sizes. I grabbed a few. It also came in different colors. So it came in this like, I would call like a cream color, and it also came in this like gray charcoal color. It's not super dark, but they have different sizes. So like this one, this is a good size. I love when things have handles. It was $4.48. They also have this big size, which was $7.44. And then this big size was $9.46. So even the big ones under $10, they had every size in between. They had smaller ones, they had different shapes. I couldn't grab all of them. My cart was like overflowing. I was like, I'm just gonna pick a few. I think these are good because they can be used in like nightstand drawers and stuff. I feel like this is just a really good basic size. That's why I grabbed this. But also keep in mind, like these are good in like pantries and linen closets, underneath sinks. I love this cutout. You can put cleaners in it and you don't have to pick things up and out of it. It just slides forward. So these are really, really, really good for organizing and they look so nice. But even if stuff gets nasty in them, like a pantry or underneath the sink, you can just wash them out. So these are really, really good to have. Okay, so you're like, Ashley, that's cool. I have some like that. They're from the Dollar Tree. I want to step up. I got you. And I feel like we've all seen this style. You know what I mean? Like it comes folded up. When you look at it, it looks cheap. You got to start thinking of like, how can I use it when you are looking at products? So it is. It's one of those, you just put this in, it keeps it open. It is literally $4.97 and it's got a beautiful texture to it now. It's not just that cheap canvas that it used to be. It has a beautiful texture. So from the front, it also has this gold, which I'm loving. This is a good way to elevate another space if you don't have a huge budget. It's another really good gift idea. Like put gifts in this for kids or whatever. I feel like it looks so much nicer than they used to. But then they also have this for the same price, $4.97. This one looks wicker. It has that really cool texture to it. Can you see that? So I've had wicker baskets like this before. I even glued like felt to the bottom and it would just scratch wherever I had it. Like I had to be super careful pulling them in and out. You don't with these. It's soft. It's not going to scratch anything. It's going to elevate any space. Where you have like cheap organizers or no organizers, this is gorgeous. Like both of these, you cannot go wrong. They had all different ones. Like I said, my basket was full. I was just trying to get what I thought was the best of the best. But like I said, they have other colors if you're more into decorating with colors, but like do not sleep on these. And like I said, I'm going to have everything linked down below in my description box. I'm telling you, when I walked in, it was like made for me. Like organization was calling my name. And so I had to grab these as well because these are just a little bit higher end. Like we just keep stair stepping up. So these are $8.97. But they had some really good colors too. So they had this really good tan color. These look great in closets, like, you know, a coat closet when you walk in. You could have scarves, you could do toys. I mean, you guys know how to organize. I have all those videos, but this is really pretty. It's the canvas. It's here. You could wipe this out. This isn't something you can like throw in the washer. So I wouldn't put like cleaning supplies in this unless you're just like super clean. But I wanted to show you the color options because they were just beautiful. Like, you could even mix and match these if you wanted to, like have all three of these lined up in a closet. You could choose just one. This makes another great teacher gift. I know I'm gonna keep saying that, but it's like back to school time. Throw a few things in there. I feel like they're really sturdy. Like I've had these crammed in a closet, but you just like pop them up like that and they're so pretty. I love like the faux leather detail here on both sides. They're a really, really good size. So if you need to get organized, Walmart is definitely the place to go right now. Now let's talk about drawer dividers. If you do not have your stuff divided in your drawers, you are doing life wrong. I promise you, just do it. Drawers stay so much cleaner. They stay so much organized. You don't overbuy because like once you fill up that bin, you don't get more. And I found a 4-piece set, like high-end, nice set for $8.82 for all 4 pieces. Like it's just shocking me. Okay, so look at this. They're like nice. So you can put your bras in this one. You can do whatever. You can do dressers, nightstands, but like you get that medium size, you get 2 of these small size. This is like socks, panties, whatever. And then the big one, this is even good for bras too if you don't want to like fold them up. You get this whole set for $8.82. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. You're going to feel so grown up once you do it. Like I said, it's really good for nightstand drawers or bathroom drawers, wherever you have to. But like, I'm not lying to you. It is gorgeous. I cannot believe that this could be made and sold for under $10. Like it is the best quality. This is probably unusual for me, but like now that I'm a country girl and I live on a farm and have a farm and a barn and I'm decorating, our shoes are so dirty. I told Chase, like, by our back door, I keep all my like outdoor shoes. When you live in the country, you have like indoor shoes and like going to town shoes, but you also have like outdoor shoes. Like you're gonna be outside, you're gonna be on the land, all that stuff. You just get so dirty out here. And I keep them in a separate spot, but I'm like, I must have more of those than I do like my normal clean shoes. And so I found this. This is so nice when you walk in, like all you guys that have husbands and they work and they have their work boots, they can come in and put it on this. So I'm gonna throw this over at the farm. That way if we're wet, we're dirty or whatever, you can just walk in and kick them off and put them on this. This was $8.82. So if you don't wear shoes in your house, we do. Not our outdoor shoes, like not our dirty country shoes. But I feel like it's just perfect. You could put it in your garage or wherever. I'm terrified of like spiders and snakes, so mine's staying inside. But if you're looking for something like that, I feel like it was so easy, and this would be, I think, pretty easy to clean. Let me see if it comes out. Yeah, it comes out. So you can throw that in the washer and then pop this back on and you're good to go. I'm sure you guys have all seen and probably had this if you're around my age growing up, but I love these like hanging organizers. So if you're a dance mom, these are like the best thing ever. I had like a really long one and I kept everything in it, like earrings, Q-tips, nail glue, files, like pasties, all the things, everything we needed, so I didn't have to like dig down into a bag. This is also really good for traveling. If you just want to go in and hang it up, then you have all your jewelry and tweezers and Q-tips and makeup. You can do the jewelry, the hairbands, all the things. You can do necklaces and bracelets in the bag. I just feel like they're so convenient in your home, but on the road, it's a game changer. Like I said, you can just hang it up and see everything you have. That way, if you fill it up too, you know before you pack to head back, like, hey, I'm missing something, what was here? There's just so many different things you can do with these, even if it's just all your makeup, or like I said, dance mom stuff, sports stuff, leave this in your car. So this one is literally only $9.88. I love that it's black. I love staying organized, especially on trips. So I feel like this is a good one to have. So here's a little disclaimer. I don't love bed skirts and I don't like putting stuff underneath beds. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have small spaces, maybe it's a dorm room. So I grew up having this product. I always had these on my bed, especially when I went off to school and I just had like, I was in an apartment, I had like my 1 bedroom to keep everything in, and I would keep like roller things underneath my bed for like all my t-shirts and extra shoes and stuff like that. These are so nice to have if you're short on space, but they're best with bed skirts because then it kind of hides them. I mean, you can use them on normal beds. So what you do is you just lift up each corner of your bed and put this on it, and it raises it up because most beds are low that nothing really fits underneath them. Like I even kept like my printer and different things underneath my bed. I was organized, but there was a lot happening in that small space. But if you have a bed skirt, I feel like it just hides it a little more so you don't notice. You can even spray paint these, like if you need them white or different color. Let me see the price on these. Guys, I lost my sticker on this one, so I'm going to look it up real fast. $8.64. and you just added extra square foot to your house that you didn't have. So if you need the storage underneath your bed, if you need to put rollers underneath them or store things, and you can't declutter, it's a small space, this is a really good option to have. And our last product for today are these mixing bowls. I think I was just thinking farm and I grabbed them. They were under $10 and I'm like, hey, I can throw them in the video. So if you need to update your mixing set, these are $8.83. I'm definitely gonna be using them. I love when I can just find like a good neutral piece that's very affordable, especially for the farm. We're not like living over there. It's just gonna be for guests and stuff. So I grabbed these. Maybe it's time to update them. Maybe I'm just pressing my luck here, but it's under $10 and one of you might need them. So if you do, I'll link these down below in the description box. That is a wrap. And I always wanna press this point of like, you don't have to have a big budget to have a beautiful home. I've lived on all budgets. I've lived in all different size homes and apartments, and I always make them my dream space for that. Whatever space I'm in, I'm like, I'm gonna make it the best I can on the budget I can without overspending. I also want to add, if you're like on a budget and you only watch these videos, we recently bought a farm and we're doing a lot of stuff like do it yourself on a budget. I'm about to stain the cabinets myself. We're doing a lot of just like hands-on things. So if you need inspo, definitely make sure you're watching those videos as well. And then that doesn't mean you can't upgrade later. That doesn't mean you can't sell it and get a bigger home, but whatever you're living in now, make sure it brings you joy and not stress. Maybe that's a $5 stem that you add to a vase. Maybe it's an organization system in your drawers so it's less cluttered. Whatever it is, start taking those small changes to definitely just work on that space so it brings you joy today. Don't promise yourself like, oh, I'll do it then, I'll do it later, when I make more money, when I have more time. Do it today. Maybe it's just cleaning something, maybe it's throwing something away, maybe it's organizing, maybe it's adding a $10 piece in. But whatever it is, make sure you love your home no matter what budget you're on and no matter where you live. But thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week and I will see you in the next one. Bye.